everybody, this is Carrie again and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to teach you how to make these cute little policy envelopes, coin envelopes, whatever you want to call them. I've made these out of wallpaper, and this particular wallpaper is called Texture. It has a really nice texture to it. These are wallpaper, and this, it just has this golden texture. Is so pretty. This is just scrapbook papers here. Now these are just, but you can see I made the closures. Some of them are large, some of them are small. I just kind of did them different. I love these double-sided cardstocks because they're already lined on the inside. And so anyway, I'm going to show you how I have been doing these. I'm getting all these ready, so when I get to the next junk journal, I'll have a bunch of stuff ready to go. So what I'm doing, I'm using a 6x6 piece of paper, and I just left that strip. You can cut it off if you want to, but I left it, and I am scoring these at 1.5 and 4 1/4. So it's 6 inches this way, and it's probably 6.5 this if you don't cut that strip off. But you can do it 6x6 if you want to. Doesn't matter. And I just kind of decide which one I want, inside and outside. So 1.5, 4 1/4. Okay. And then we're going to fold these in. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. I'm just going to show you how I do it, but you may think of another way to do it. And decide which way is up if your paper is directional. And then this is just a little template that I've been using to cut my corners in. So what we're going to do, if you don't have a template, you can just you can round it, you can make it straight, it doesn't matter. But I just cut one like this, and then I use it for my template. So if you don't have a template, that's fine. Just cut an angle in about how long you want your flap to be, and then take that same angle and flip it over exactly opposite to the other side. And yes, one side's wider than the other. That's okay. That's because it has to overlap to glue the flap. So just cut that up there, and then I cut just to the inside of that score line. If you can see, just right on the inside of it. Okay, now I'm going to lay it back down here, and I'm going to go right about where I want that flap to fold, and I'm going to score it. That just makes it fold so much nicer. It seems to be a little crooked, and then we're going to burnish it down. Okay, now let's take, and again, you can do this any way you want to. There's really no right or wrong. I'm going to take, I think I'm going to take this one. So this is the same paper, okay, same exact paper. And I am going to cut a circle and another circle. Now this is a punch. It is a 1-inch punch. Then I'm going to take my crocodile. And actually, you can use these scraps here for this. But this is a 1/8 inch punch. And I'm doing it pretty close to the edge because the next thing I want to do is get this in here. This is a 1/2 inch, I'm almost positive. It makes those little reinforcer things, which you can use the ones you buy, but these are cardstock, so they're going to be a little more heavy duty. And of course, like I said, this is just how I like to do it. And then on the front of your envelope, we're going to look at the middle of your envelope, and I just kind of wing it. You can mark it with a pencil if you need to. I did my first few with a pencil, and then go straight up from that. And again, I'm just kind of winging it. You can measure it if you want to. Not worried about that hole because I'm fixing to cover it up. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we want to find a brad that looks good on this. So what I'm going to do is this is going to be turned that way to contrast, and it's going to be turned this way. So my brad's going to sit right there. So this is not really red. It's not really orange. It's more of a pinkish, and I don't really have anything in there that looks too nice with that. Let's just go with gold. That'll be nice. Let's put, oh, you know what? Look at here. This is a little pale pink brad. Let's use that. That'll be so pretty. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the tiny circle. Okay, so I just stuck my brad through the tiny circle. I forgot to punch my holes. All right, so I've got these two circles together, and I'm going to punch a hole right in the middle. I'm going to take one of them on the light side. Okay, so I've got my brad, the dark small circle, the larger light pink circle, and I'm going to put it together right there. Okay, and then I'm going to take, since that kind of has silver on the outside edge, I'm going to take silver. Is that silver? Yeah, it is. And I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to go into the dark the dark little circle. I'm going to go into the light itty bitty circle, and then I'm going to go into the circle that I punched on the flap right there. Now you don't want to close these brads down gosh awful tight. I mean, you don't want to like smash it and it's so tight, because we still got to get our string in there. Okay, so we have that one together. Now all I'm going to do here is glue. I use some glue here, and you can use glue here. I've been stitching it across the bottom just because I wanted to. And then this is optional also, but I like to round these corners like so. Okay, so I want to show you, here's one that I did all of that. I cut it out. I see this wallpaper. See, that won't show once that goes in there. Here's the flap on the top. All right, so let's do this one. So we're going to kind of wing it. Where does that go? About right there. One right in the middle. We're going to take these two pieces here, and we're going to guess at the middle. And then we are, give me another scrap. Give me that scrap again. All right, and I'm going to cut two more little ones here. And I'm going to show you one more time how we do these little hole reinforcers, you might call it. All right, so it's just a little bitty half-inch circle, but if you punch the itty-bitty hole in the middle first, it's easier. If you punch these first, you've got to try to hold this in your hand while you punch the middle of it, and that's not as easy. Okay, so we're working on this one right here. And I chose pink just to pull out a little bit of that pink right there. It's not going to be a whole lot, is it? You know what? I think I will choose blue instead of pink. Okay, I think I like this blue right here better. I think I can make that work, and it being dark will be good. So I'm going to punch two of those. I am going to take these two together and take my Crop-A-Dile. You can use any punch. It's like a 1/8, I think. Very tiny, 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 tiny. Okay, now let's see. This is the one we're doing, and since I'm decided to go with blue, I think I will, could do that. I might just put black in the middle. All right, so I'm going to punch two more of these. I'm going to punch my little reinforcer tabs. Okay, now then, what color brad do we want to use this time? How's about, since we're doing some blue, let's go with these cute little blue ones. I don't get to use those blue ones very often. Okay, so again, we have the brad, we have the hole reinforcer, and we have the larger circle. We put it on here, and then you can see the reason I wait and glue this together last is because if you do it first, it's very hard to reach in there and open them brads. Ask me how I know. Okay, here's our little blue brad into our reinforcer, into our large circle, into the flap, and open the brad. There we go. Now, I thought that dark greens, kind of a forest, would really complement the darker greens in this wallpaper. So you can tie your string onto the top or the bottom. I just do them all the same, and I decided the top. I'm going to do mine on the top. And this is just embroidery thread, embroidery floss, I think they call it. 6 strands. I like it because it's cotton and it ties a really tight knot. And then you can cut off the excess. All right, now all you have to do is glue this down and glue your bottom down. And like I said, I've been gluing this, and then I like to go and stitch that bottom line, especially since this is wallpaper, and wallpaper doesn't like to hold glue. It doesn't glue together real well, as ironic as that seems, since it is pre-pasted. Go figure. Go figure. All right, and then on your ties, you can figure 8 them if you want to. If you don't want to figure 8 them, you can just go straight down and straight up. Straight down. You can make it as long or as short as you want. I like to take the end of mine and just tie a little knot just to kind of keep all those 6 strands from coming apart. You know, after you use it a few times, they might try to come apart on you. So, oh yeah, the real sloppy knot there. All right, and then I'm just going to cut off the tails. Okay, so let's see. I went around here, and maybe one more time. And that's so cute. Now, like I said, you can glue that or you can stitch it. I'm going to go stitch it. And you can just slip it right into a pocket of your junk journal. They make the cutest little envelopes. So I hope I've inspired you. Go out and get creative and have fun and show me what you make. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.